Alright, we're back with another game with Malt's Mighty Matches. We're going to try and spin the Dark Elves again for our 5th match. We're hoping to make a little bit more money, get another Witch Elf, and get a few level ups. We've got some SPP around here. We're all kind of on the edge of getting some level ups. We'd really like to see these guys go over the edge and start getting something new. We still want to definitely level up the Witch Elf if we can, get her block. She's armor 7. She is a frontline piece to some degree. She's going to be exposed at some points. We want to have block on her to make her safe. We're not going to buy any club stuff yet. That's still 4 wins, usually 1 score per game, and just denying the opponents any touchdowns. And here's our history. Chaos Dwarves, first game, wildly different TV. They had 240 more than us, but we managed to win that early game. They kind of put us in a good position. And then we've fought some pretty damn close ones, where we've somewhat struggled to pass the ball. My runner, this guy is Kaleos, is terrible. He seems to fail every time we need to make it like a medium type pass, like a 3+. He'll roll 2s and then another 2 if I re-roll it. And yeah, and the one time when he actually did pass it well to a guy in the end zone, the guy fumbled it. So we're not so good at the passing for whatever reason. We're just getting unlucky with that. But we're not going to change how we operate. We're not superstitious. We do what the mathematics say we should. But we just have to be aware that that's why we make our safeties. That's why we try and put ourselves in a position where if something fucks up, we've got a chance to save it. We're going to have a lineman loner piece because our blitzer is out for a game. So we still got 4 block pieces. But we will have a lineman with a loner skill. But we now have a runner with Nerves of Steel. So he's going to be great if someone comes up and punches him. He can just throw the ball to someone else that's nearby. We'll keep possession of the ball. And also if he needs to run up and pass the ball, he can go stand next to someone. He doesn't care. The only sad thing about Nerves of Steel is it doesn't affect pickups. So if the ball's on the ground next to the enemy, I can't just walk in there, grab it, and then dodge out again. I need to clear those players off to have a decent chance of picking it up. What else? Alright, yeah, well, while we're waiting, I showed you the hide killers. I think there's an even older team. Here we go, this is the Assassin's Guild one. So this is a well-developed 2.1k Dark Elf team. So yeah, I've gone Nerves of Steel, leader. I haven't given this runner any defensive skills. I've just made him a pure, runner/pass player, where this guy can absolutely pass the ball, but he can also run it very effectively. I've given a Witch Elf an armor up to make it a little safer. First thing we get with block, then we get a chance for armor. I was like, sure, we'll take that. Sidestep's great because sidestep means if you get punched, you choose where you go. And it doesn't have to be the 3 square. Oh, God. Alright, Chaos Fun time. This is what I was saying about a lot of the time if I face Chaos teams, I'll do an auto-concede, just because they're generally set up to just kill your team and make your life miserable. Yeah, he's even got like a dirty player. What is it? Yeah. Okay. It's a pretty well made up team. I might still fight this guy. I mean, he's not that well developed. I mean, he's got some block on the Chaos Warriors, which is a real big problem. And he's got, like, this particular piece is a horrible piece. This less so because it doesn't have block. But this piece here is like the critical piece. That's the ball carrier. We want to kill that guy. I'm going to play against this guy. A lot of the time, I'll just concede because it's just like, why bother? It's going to be just ridiculous. And you'll see a lot of like 2-0 in their favor where people just like, I'm conceding. I'm not playing against this horrible shit. I don't want to have my team destroyed. But we're going to... Look, I don't care about this team we're playing. Literally his thing is bash stuff. Yeah. So right, that's right. We're gonna try it. We got 420. Let's see if we can win against this guy. Why not? I can't remember if any of these guys are decent. I think this guy is decent if I recall. But it's probably safer to just get a wizard and a reroll. And we can do Bloodweiser Babes, or we can get an extra player. An extra player might not be a bad idea, just because I don't think I can ever get too many. Just because we're going to have people go out for sure. I could get a lineman and a Bloodweiser Babe. So yeah, anyone is... he's not too bad. 200. And I'd have to drop something else. I can do another team reroll. And a Babe, or I could grab an extra Witch Elf. But the loner is really nasty and not very fun. We'll do the extra reroll. Because I feel like we're going to have to do some risky plays when he starts making life miserable. So that's what we're going to do. I could use my money, but meh. I'm going to need that money when he starts killing my dudes. So yeah, so this guy's 400 TV above us. That's the greatest difference we've had so far. And I don't know what the internal logic of it is. If because I've got 4 wins in a row with no losses, maybe it's like, this guy is great. Let's throw him against a really challenging team. I'm not sure, but screw it. This is the back showing the game off. This is really bad. We needed to have the offensive drive initially so that we could hunt down some of his pieces. Now he gets to get the first hits in and put me on the back foot, and it's gonna be hard for me to struggle uphill. Yeah, so he's taking offense. Who would have thought? So yes, this guy, we want to take this guy out because he doesn't have any defensive skills, and he's value 8. We want to take this guy out because he's the running, ball carrying / passing player. And after that, we don't care too much about, I mean, maybe this guy because he could be obnoxious and foul us. After that, we kind of just want to kill this guy, but it's going to be hard because it's AV9. So yes, we're going to leave 3 guys in the middle and find people with the low SPP values and put them in the middle. Yep. And everyone else can come back. So I've put blitzes safe when possible, but otherwise held blitzes to protect these important pieces, so they're less likely to go this way because it's easier to go hit these guys. And I put 3 guys that are weak in the middle. This is going to hurt. I would be very surprised if we didn't have some kind of armor break here, and at least maybe one kind of KO or injury. That's most likely. We don't have kick. If we had a kick piece, we could kick it out the back here, make him have to run back and run forward. It takes time. But yeah, this is going to be murder chaos, which is basically going to consist of him trying to hold the ball and just hunt me down. And I'm just going to have to try and stay away from him. I don't think he's tackle. That's the important thing, is that my few dodge pieces can be relied upon to get their free reroll. So that's like this Witch Elf and this Blitzer. It means they can potentially make dangerous plays, and I don't have to worry about tackle tripping me up. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna hope something goes bad here for him, and then maybe I can exploit it and run some guys through, maybe pick up the ball or something. Whoops, a little bit to the left should be one. That's not good, because this guy has a decent, like 3+ chance of picking up this ball. So he's going to be in a great position to just come in here, make a change. Oh, he rolled a 1. Not the end of the world though. He just needs to put 1 guy there and then try again. Eventually, he probably just... Yeah, I would put a guy here first. Then, because if this went double skulls and he rerolled double skulls, I can very easily get to that ball. So you want to have a second guy on there. So yeah, I can pop, grab it. Don't reroll that. Yeah, I think he's like thinking of like, oh, I might reroll that. I'm like, nah, That's crazy. There's no need for that. Yep, as it hits alone, it goes down. Ooh, lucky. Alright, well, we're still going to survive the blitz, wherever that is. Possibly this guy. Interesting thing about Beastmen, if they make a blitz, they get a +1 strength. So these blitz Beastmen become equivalent to Chaos Warriors. Whoa, he's getting unlucky in this ball handling. That's a huge opportunity. Oh, okay. That's great. I mean, less rerolls for him is good. More likely he's going to fail something later, and we're going to have opportunity to grab the ball. So yeah, this guy seems as bad handling the ball as I am. Okay, that's interesting play. I understand why he's done it. Yep. So he's done this because he has Claw, which means my armor 8 becomes armor 7. And he also has Mighty Blow, which means he gets a +1 to any armor or injury roll. If he doesn't use it on the armor, he uses it on the injury. But if by using that piece, he's risking he gets a both down result, and then he goes down. He's already used his reroll this turn, so it's safer to use this guy if something goes wrong. If you really wanted to do that with this guy, I'd say go punch this lineman. Oh, he's going to do the foul. He's got a proper foul player. Ooh, we have to hope that guy gets sent off, but that's why he has these spares. He needs to pull back here and cover that. So at this point, we're going to go punch this guy most likely. Yeah, he's. I'm going to put a guy here, punch here, that kind of thing. But otherwise, not too concerned. All right. How could I get to that guy actually? I could go stand on him, or I could punch this guy. This guy can so easily dodge away. I don't think there's much point. So we're going to go stand on this guy, and this guy's going to come over and punch him. But first, we're going to set up a screen. Then we will go. We're eventually going to try and pull this guy back here. Let's go here, but we'll do this first. So I've got a block, he doesn't. I get really unlucky. So, and why not? This is kind of silly. Yeah, it's really. This means this guy's going to get thumped. So we have to just accept that that's going to happen now, and we're just going to go stand over here. So yeah, I think that it's one of those things where you had a kind of a decent opportunity where he's left this guy undefended. That a reroll isn't a bad idea since I've got so many, but it is a risky and a bit greedy to do that. I probably should have just taken the push, but he's probably not going to. Well, I don't know how he plays. He might not be that confident. He's probably not going to leave this guy too exposed after that. So this is a good screen because even if he punches someone down, he can only walk up to me really. He can't get past, and so I'm just going to dodge away and set up a new screen. He is going to be able to get around because I've committed people to doing this. I wasn't able to have a proper screen. Because if you're full 11 players, you can set up a very good screen along here. Yep, this is the murder piece. That's the same as the Beastman, but with block, and so it's really deadly. Yep. So you're going to see this is going to fill up very quickly with Murder Chaos. I personally find they're not particularly fun to play against in the Eternal League because they are basically, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and people like to just murder other people's players, which is fine, you know, and it's legitimate strategy for Chaos to murder other people's players, but in the end, if you play a round robin game where there's limited games, these guys are not nearly as strong because they start out with almost no skills. Like Beastmen start with horns, and that's it. You know, other than the Minotaur, they don't have any skills, and so they're really likely to fall over and fail things like that. We have to hope. No. Alright. That is actually quite accessible. We take some assists away, then we can go punch this guy down. Okay. Who's gonna be? I think she's gonna have surf him actually. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and surf that guy. So he can come stand here. Alright, if I punch that guy here, makes it safe for her, so we're gonna stand this guy here. Do I want to stand there or here? I think I stay there. So now things get interesting. He can go there, he can go there. So we're about to go into a frenzy trap, because as soon as I punch this guy and push him here, I'm going to touch that guy. So you kind of want to have a second guy here, but it's way too risky to put so many guys. So I'm going to just have to take the 1 dice and hope that my rerolls are going to be enough. Other than that, I think this guy comes over here as a safety. No, I think he acts as a screen. I have to hope. We're kind of committing to something at this point. So there's no way that guy can really get over to help. I don't want to put this guy here because it's way too dangerous, especially because he's a runner. I want him for the second half. So we get 2 dice into a 1 dice. Perfect. We're going to push him here. And now we have to hope this with our reroll is enough. It's enough. Great. Knocked out. That's his best ball carrier piece, and we just knocked him out. We also get the ball free. Hopefully so near our guys are. Even if it goes back into his end deep, that's fine by me. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, so now we need to get her out of there. We can go here and stand next to him, or here and stand next to him, but that's super dangerous. So instead we're going to come back here, we're going to take the risk. It's going to open this guy up, but it means that this guy's going to dodge through here, that guy's going to dodge there. If he gets punched, he can just throw it back to one of these 2 pieces. And that's fine. We can accept that. So, we've got the hold of the ball, and we've gotten rid of it, got a hold of it without having to use a wizard. That's great. That means we can hold the wizard for later, in case something goes wrong. You know, if he gets around here and he's about to score, and there's only 1 piece here, just zap him, and he will fail. Or on our offensive drive, if something is in our way and we just want to get rid of it, or he's managed to get it off us and we need to fight for it back, then we can do that. When this guy gets punched, we're going to pass it back to this guy. Actually, probably back to the Witch Elf. Just because she can reroll, and she's more defensive, whereas this guy's got Loner, and she's faster as well. So what we'll probably do is pass back. When this guy gets punched, he just does a hand off to her, and then that's it. So this is the dump off skill. We have not used this before. Yeah. So this guy is the best option. So she's going to have a 3+ to catch because she's standing next to someone. I've got a 2+ because I don't care about. Perfect. So yeah, so he gets taken out, but we've maintained possession. Ooh, and we got really lucky. It's actually, his claw doesn't matter here because I'm already armor 7. So against Wood Elves, Murder Chaos are not actually that good because all their claw upgrades are worthless. They don't do anything. But against Dwarves, they're brutal because the Dwarves' armor 9 goes down to armor 7 effectively. Yep, that's all good. So I can still get out of this super easy. Last thing I'll do is probably dodge this guy out here. Alright, he's not going to... Oh, he's going for the foul. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. Still looking to blitz less lot dodge out that way. Sorry, oh. Nah, okay. I was thinking, I could blitz this guy here and then push him out with this, but that's super dangerous. I could bring a guy here, have him punch there, dodge out that way. Okay. It's a little risky because it's a loader piece, but I think worthwhile. So I don't have to follow up here. I can stand here, and she can dodge out this way. So we're going to stay here, so we're not too close to the sideline. Oh, an injury. That's actually annoying because it's on this lineman in terms of the SPP, but you know, them's the breaks. Now we can not really escape like this. Here is the safe position, but what I might do instead is just come stand here. Bring this guy over here. Yeah, that's gonna be a little hard, isn't it? Alright, well, we'll bring him here. Do we want to... I think we do. Just because we've got such a good... We've got possession of the ball at this point, we kind of do want to hold on to it. And this guy can come out and stand here. Alright, now we're just dodging these guys to get in positions to score. So these guys are too slow to get around to her easily. And this guy is now blocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the best he can do now because he has to go all the way around. The only thing he can do is blitz here and then just stand on me and I can just dodge away. And then we will go this way. So now we've got two guys that can potentially score. We're holding onto the ball. It's his offensive drive, so this is really good. Yeah, so he's got... we're using his... let's have a look if we can see. Looks like Orc Stadium. And he has spent his money on upgrading it to level 2 at least. And then he's bought this enhancement, which is everyone who gets pushed off the pitch is more likely to get hurt. Which is great, because you're a murder chaos, you just want to murder people. But at the same time, I'm quite good at doing that, as we've already seen. The Witch Elf can push and throw people off. Okay, so he has been able, yep, same like this one. There's only one guy that can get to me. I actually would have been tempted to have this guy make a punch there. That's fine still. Yep, that's fine. He can push me here and come stand next to me. Oh, the reroll. He's out of rerolls now, and he's got half the game left. Yeah, I don't know about that. Because I could, at this point, if you know he like, oh, I'm going to block him here, I could just wizard this guy, run up here, dodge up here, and I could move up here potentially. Ooh, maybe even wizard here. Because that guy's actually really worth wizarding if I take him out. Okay, if this guy gets sent off, we're in a good position. Please, please. Yes, he's going to get sent off. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to wizard this guy to get him out of the way, and then we're just going to run up, and this guy can get up, and we're just going to make a new cage up here. So this is why we bought the wizard. Oh, failure. Rolls a 1. Okay, so now we can't do that. We have to look to new options. I can jump out and do a 1-die into a 2-die uphill. This is not great. I can try dodge, 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 dodge. That's really dangerous. I can try dodging here, or bring a guy back here. I think that's the safest thing. Because we need to clear this guy and move up, basically. That's the essential thing we're trying to do. And then we rolled a 1, and we rolled that, so that's fine. There is the safest. And we will follow up. So now we can go like this. If we go here, it's a little dangerous for him. Anywhere I go over here is dangerous, so I kind of want to bring it centrally. I'm also tempted to just throw the ball. And have that guy run up, but I think we want to hold possession if we can. And then he's just going to come over and stand next to her, actually. Just to keep her safe. Same with this one. We're just going to try and... bugger. Yeah, so we try and hold onto this ball best we can. If we can deny him this half, that's great. And then we can do a 1-0 against him. But preferably, we want to get a score this turn and then do a 2-0 overall. Yeah, because we've had to do this to get the ball free, he's now able to punch me. And from his perspective, there's an argument to be made of, who cares if I score? You know, just punch the elves into oblivion. If they've only got 5 players left, then it's going to be really easy to get two scores against them when they're doing their offensive drive. Yep, so because he's got both Horns and Chaos Warriors, getting a 2-die against her is not going to be difficult. And he's swamping, he's doing the right thing, he's swamping her in case the ball comes out or something goes wrong. It's going to be hard for me to get out. Probably should stand a guy next to me here, because if something happens I can dodge, hand off, and he can run over here. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing to do. He's made a mistake. No one's available without having to do going for it. It's the punch, and I could easily dodge up here. Do I want his dodge here? He hasn't blitzed yet, so I will not use, because he could be trying to set me up here and then punch, you know, and then do a surf or something. I would rather go down and risk getting punched down than getting surfed. Yeah, so now he has to blitz with going for it. That's dangerous. He's got no rerolls. And there's only pushes. Great. So now I can easily dodge away, and then this guy can just escort me. And so, Murder Chaos are really intimidating, and a lot of people will concede because they're going to wreck your team. But they're not actually that good in terms of playing the ball. So if you can play the ball better than them and try to avoid taking too much damage, you're in a pretty good spot. So this guy's going to block. If something goes wrong here, it's harder for them to get through. Everyone else here is going to have to dodge later. She's the important dodge. He's going to stay here in case this goes wrong. He's still nearby. But if it does work, then he'll follow up. So that's all we're going to do. So she's looking golden. Good old Witch Elf. And we get to 3 SPP potentially later. So then we can stand. What's the best part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those guys are the guys that are going to punch me. So I want to stand in their way. I could even stand here, but so getting in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah. So that's safe. Makes it hard to get around this guy. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can only go stand on me. What other? Okay, so now we're going to... Can we blitz this guy down in some degree? No, because he's got a guard piece here. So we're just going to avoid. Get my guy standing up again. This dodge guy should be the first one to dodge out. Next safest is this guy. You can go stand here. This guy can go stand over here. That's pretty good. If I move one over, doesn't really help him much. So yeah, so that's good. We want to make it really hard for him to get to me. You can go around this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it's no better. It's actually slightly worse. Now, you don't want the runner, because he doesn't have his dirty player anymore. I don't have to worry about being standing down too much. And this guy can come around here. This is really good dodging, by the way. Like this is, probably should have failed by this point. Argument can be made not to stand this guy up because he's going to get punched. But if he doesn't get up, he's probably going to get... Alright, we'll leave him down for now. If he tries to foul here, then he's giving up any chance of scoring, and then I can just walk over there. Yeah, so he's going to do the foul. He's going to try and make me suffer for the fact that I'm going to win this first half to make it harder for me in the second. So playing against Jeff7733. It should be that this guy is probably American or Canadian or Australian, because I'm playing in my morning, which tends to have more Americans on, whereas when I play in my night, I tend to get more Europeans on and Russians. So that's my guess. So this guy is probably American, considering the statistical probability of there's 300 million Americans, but there's only like 25 million Australians. And most of those people are respectably at work. They're not uni students. So yeah, now he's got no chance of getting me. I can just bring it over here, keep stalling for another turn, walk it in, and he won't have nearly enough time to get it in. So yeah, he's pointing out, and he's right to do so, that the Frenzy Trap Witch Elf push I did, the 2 die into the 1 die, was kind of a bit, what do you say, was not punished, the greedy 1 die. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's too greedy, because I had to re-roll. It was a 2 die into a 1 die, it wasn't like 1 die into 1 die or anything like that. And I did roll a skull, I think, at the first one, or something that didn't work, and I had to re-roll. But he also exposed his ball carrier to the Dark Elves, and Dark Elves love to try and hunt down the ball carrier. So, you know, in my defense, he was in such a command that if he was doing just ball cage movements, that wouldn't have been even an option for me. So that's another guy out. That's why he's got these spares here. I could push one of these guys over here, but the big concern is these guys taking me out. I'll probably just come stand over here. I could just take this guy down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's quite easy for him to get to me. Yeah, so I think this guy's a little upset. He's probably used to Murder Chaos just destroying people. And the dice haven't gone as well as maybe he's expecting, and so he's a little upset. At this point, we are going to walk this one in, just because there's no way to really make this safe. I would love to come over here, put a couple guys there, but I have to make dodges, and the other one is currently down, so it's not a generally safe thing to do. I could have done a blitz there, but the blitz involves a risk. I don't have any rerolls. I don't think I do. Yeah, so just walk it in, get your free score. They're not likely to score in 2 turns, and you just go back to this. Both my knockout pieces came back. One of his came back. I think, yeah, it's one of those things where you always overemphasize your own bad luck, and you forget about your own the good luck you've got, or you would have loved to have bribed earlier. So you overemphasize your bad luck, and you forget about the bad luck of your opponent. I had my wizard, which I spent 150k on, to make up for this huge team disparity, and it failed. So I had to, make some riskier dice rolls, and so that's 150,000 worth instantly lost, not useful this game, which he's probably not thought about, because he's like, oh, he did this, and he's getting some good dice rolls, and I'm not getting the injuries that I'm hoping for. in my defense, obviously, I'm dodging away whenever I can. Generally making 2+s with the occasional 3+. But, yeah. You've got to... Part of the game is learning how to take bad luck and keep rolling. It's what you've seen in all of the games I've been playing up until now. I'll make a simple 3+ pass, and I'll fail it with a reroll. And it's happened multiple times. And you just gotta be like, alright, if you get bad luck, it happens. You gotta try and rise above it and keep going. Because this guy's seeming like it's, too late for a bribe. Yeah, he's like, oh, there's no chance for me winning. But he's got every chance to win. If he really wanted to, he could set up a 2-turn touchdown by like punching through the center here, running some guys through, putting a whole bunch of options here, having the ball, picking up, running here, having 1 or 2 guys cover it, and then just I will try and swamp these guys. If there's 3 here, I can only blitz 1, so 2 are still going to be up. They might have a couple of people standing on them, but the turn after, you can try and clear off a couple guys off them, run up, throw the ball to them. Maybe it's a 5+, not end of the world. At least you get a chance, and then just either dodge out or whatever it is, I'll blitz through and then try for a touchdown. Lineman, I'd punch this guy, but that is a sure thing. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I can understand because you've got so many assists, it's really nice, but giving up a beastman for a lineman is only okay, but giving up a beastman for a blitzer is way better. So he's like, oh yeah, I've left the ball undefended, they could just run through and grab it, and actually maybe what I do, because he hasn't put enough defense on this actually. Yeah, I'm going to probably man these guys up and then run through and try and mess this guy up. If I can get the ball. Yeah, so he's trying to stay away from me because I can absolutely get to him and make life hard. There's not much point trying to make a screen here because it's going to be too thin, and so he's going to be able to punch through it. Yeah, he's just doing the calculation in his head. So yeah, I'd have to do some crazy dodges to get to him, and I'd need to be able to stand on him. So we won't do that. We're going to go punch these guys down. This guy's going to be a main focus. No, this is a guy for main focus because this guy can only do... This guy's only score threat. So at the very least, we're going to push this guy up, and make it harder for him. And I will preferably do it with the Witch Elf because I can push him twice. So let's bring this guy over here. We're trying to get a 3-die on this if we can. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more guy will make it 7. And then if I put another guy here, then when it pushes to here, I'll still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because this guy will be moved away. So this is what we're going to do. So we're trying to give this the best possible chance that we take this guy down. Okay, so now he can no longer score. And now we're just going to run her back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just run her back and protect our runner and Witch Elf. Because he can't score anymore. It's too difficult. It's too far away. And then this guy can come over and stand here to get in the way so he can't get through to me. These guys will just get up and dodge away. So he can't get any free fouls. And that's pretty much it. That's fine. And I'm not sure if I'm reading into the psychology somewhat, but I do tend to find Murder Chaos teams are often played by people who aren't very good at the actual game, because the game is about kind of positioning and luck and risk management. A lot of the time they just, it's the classic kind of FPS shooter type perspective of someone where they're just there to kill. They're not really thinking things through, and so if you play the positions right, then you can actually beat them. But who knows? I could be maligning this guy. What do I know? Because he hasn't been terrible. He's just not played as safe as he should have because he exposed the ball carrier when he should have set up a cage. Because we've seen very few cages when we've played. I think we saw... we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so he's not in a position. I could have GFI'd this guy for a chance, but I wasn't particularly concerned about that. Now I could do some punches, and it's my last turn, so why not? Here's the risk. I want to get rid of that piece. So I can punch there, get rid of that, punch there, get rid of that. Possibilities. That's also a target I want to take out. This guy may even concede. You never know. It's happened before. This guy might even be conceding. I don't even know. Nope, he's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a good chance to beat up his guys. We've got no rerolls, but it's the end of the turn, so it doesn't really matter. Try for the 1 die. That's enough. Push him over there, and we'll stay. Now we can... We want to try and take this guy out, but this is the only piece we've got to do it. I think we're just going to hit the Beastman. Could use her for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a little risky. We'll just do this instead. Because this guy can't make it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's too short. And then we can place this guy here. And I don't think there's anything else we can really do, so we'll just punch this guy uphill. Why not? Why not? Hey, we got lucky. So that was pure luck. There's no, we didn't really do anything other than eliminate his, and that's it. I might make a vanity pass attempt with this guy. So I'm going to try and pick up the ball and throw it at someone. Just because, why not get some free SPP? And he's failed to pick it up. That's fine. Let's get his knocked out piece back. Now, because he has not injured me as much as he probably should have, and he's done so much fouling, he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. We're up a player now. And he's now on defense, and I've got possession of the ball. So the chances are we're going to get a 2-0 against this guy, despite him being like 400 plus TV above us. Effectively, more like... Yeah, more like probably after all the things I've bought, 150 to, yeah, 150 because the wizard didn't work. And so that instead of being it balanced out, it hasn't so much. But generally, like the TV difference, it's better to have a high TV than to get inducements. Inducements are rarely good enough to make up the difference against a highly skilled team. Like I'll play if I played some with my 2100 TV elves and they're at 1500. I'm going to walk all over them. They're really not going to have a chance. You know, they might have a wizard. They might be able to give them a shot. But yeah, it's not very useful. It's only in teams like Halflings or the Goblins where, you know, cheap bribes, cheap Halfling Master Chefs can come into and really kind of change the game. But in the end, those are joke teams anyway, so the chances that they win is pretty low. So, see what he puts here. If we get a chance to knock out this guy, we'll take it. Otherwise, we're looking to punch through his line and set up a cage or run some people through as a pass option. All we have to do is score another time, and chances are he's not going to be able to come back and score again. He's still got his... Where's his AG? Yeah, so we want to kill that guy. That guy back on the field after being knocked out for the first half. We absolutely want to kill that guy. And short of that, we'll just punch some beastmen. So those are the two critical targets. He should really just bring in these guys in here. Or do like a 2-2 or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, so he's decided this guy's on his own for some reason. I'm not sure why, because now I can get a 2-die against him, which that means I can get to this guy really easy, or this guy. So I don't know if it's waiting for opponent stuff is. I'm not sure if his computer's lagging or what's going on with him. So we're going to punch that guy down, and we can follow up with another punch. Okay, if this guy pushes to here, we can then do it again. So we'll put another guy here. And we'll just actually set up a line here, so like we push, push, push. Yeah, so what's going on with this waiting for opponent stuff? Maybe he's got a lag switch. He's hit the lag switch, and that's going to make the game slow. Who knows? Come back here. This guy is purely to just get in the way and get punched. This guy doesn't have to be here, except for the fact... Actually, yeah, he can go there. Except for the fact that I need to have someone to remove this assist, so that I can punch this down. He can be a backup puncher. This guy can be out here. Witch Elf can come back into here. Actually, I want her back over here. She can actually be the safety choice. And this guy can come over here. This is weird. I don't know why it's taking so long. But yeah, so we're going to punch this guy down and then try and run guys through to punch this guy down, which gets us him down, this murder piece down, as well as our guys into the backfield. And so this guy can come over here. These are a little exposed if things go bad, but otherwise, good, because I should be able to move her to go stand on the ball. Things get interesting if it puts the ball over my top left. It doesn't look like it's going that way. That's fine. Okay, can he even get to it? No, he can't get to it. So I'll still stand over there, just in case something goes wrong. She's already pre-placed. Now this is where we start to do the punching. If it just pushes, that's okay. That's fine. That's not great though. This becomes a 1-die. We're still going to take it, because if it works, it's great. Not enough. Okay. So now, this is what we do now, is that we then go stand, because we're going to do a 1-die here, or we can run and do a 2-die. I think we do a 2-die. So we stand him there, run this guy in here. Let's be greedy. Wow, we got lucky. So, push there. Doesn't really matter where we go because we had too many pieces blocking that we're going to block this up. So we're going to stand over there. Now we're going to go in and punch this guy here. So this is really greedy. And we only kept doing it because we had rerolls. And he's probably just absolutely fuming that I rolled a bunch of 1-dies against his Chaos Warriors and took him down. Now we're just going to pull back. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else we really want to do. We're screening this. This is weak. They can punch through this and get down here. But that's fine. There's enough distance that we get a chance to pick up the ball if we screw it up. I don't think we want to go anywhere else. We're totally safe. This is good. End turn. That's a good turn as Dark Elves. We've hunted down someone important and avoided too much bashing. We got a bash here, got a bash here. I would not have done that immediately. I would have maneuvered my guys to secure this, because if that one double skulls, it's easy for me to get up there, pass the ball, and have it run in and get a quick 2-turn touchdown. So that's what I mean when, like, you know, you get bad luck. Sure, it happens. But you also have to think about, well, am I contributing to this bad luck? Am I putting myself in a position where if something goes wrong, it's exacerbated? Or have I minimized my risk by pre-placing people that doesn't involve rolls? Because even if this worked, that doesn't change where these guys go. So why not move where they're going to go first? That's fine. Yep, that's alright. He may take my guy out. It is a really nasty piece. If it does knock you down, you're in trouble. Yep, we might get an injury. Yep, first injury of the game, so we're kind of lucky in that regard. Miss next game, that's totally fine. We keep getting mixed next games, which is totally fine by me, because the alternative might be a -1. Oh, don't do a dodge, what are you doing? I don't think he realized my dude was still there. That's again, you know, take a second, you've got a minute 40, you're going to use 20 seconds up. Ooh. Alright. So, what are we going to do now? I can do a punch down here, but there's a guard piece there. So I'll bring this guy over here, so I can get a 2 dice against this guy, and maybe set this up for another 2 dice. I'm going to try and punch my way down to get to this guy, or through there. So, because I didn't down this guy, following up is not useful because it just keeps me on him and it doesn't give me an assist because he's going to eliminate my assist. So I'm just being like, okay, I tried my punch, it didn't work, time to back off. I could do a 1 die here, again, it's a bit risky. I can just probably better to bring a safety over here, bring this guy in here, and then I can start dodging people through. So now I can decide whether I want to do that or not. Who's at risk? Yeah, they can get over there with a punch and stuff, but it's not the end of the world. If I get this guy down, this guy can blitz over there and help out that. So we'll try this. It's a little risky. Not enough. We're not probably going to do any other blitzes, so we'll blitz with this guy. Because if this works, I can keep running, walk over here. Alright, so we'll put him... if he breaks that down, he can run through there. So we're going to accept that. We're going to stay. And then we're just going to pull back because we've tried our best. It didn't work out. This guy's just going to have to dodge away because he's not no easy options. But it's not too bad. A 3+ into a 2+. And then why don't we come around here? Because I'm currently on this side. I could come stand up here. He could still punch me and stand next to me. So yeah, there's no reason really to put ourselves at risk. We can move back 1 here. So even if he does manage to break through there, he can't come stand next to me. Same with those guys. So we've got the ball safe and secure. You can get 1 block on me, 1 blitz, and that's it. So I've minimized damage to my team because, you know, if I let him, I just went stand on him, this would be happening every turn, and I'd very quickly fill this up. And we started seeing it filling up with the knockouts when I was trying to get the ball off him, which meant I had to kind of stand next to him and take risks. So the dodge piece is a bit unfortunate for him. Other than that, these pieces don't matter too much. It's more of just losing the numbers. Okay, what is he doing? I think he's thinking if I bash this down, then I can run through, or it's the server or him lagging. I'm not sure what's what. So he's going to do it. I don't know why he would do that though, other than the fact that it's a golden opportunity to take someone out. Because he's still going to be able to walk through this corridor because he's moved him over here. There's going to be no tackle zones here. I'm not sure what's going on, eh? He could be deciding he wants to... Just ask him, maybe he knows what's up. Because if it's a servers, I might not play anymore today, I might just give it a break. But if it's him, then, well, you know, just keep playing, play another game maybe. We'll see how we're going. It's probably not a nice thing to say, because to ask rather, because he seems like he's pretty upset about how the game has gone, so, you know, making him think about how bad his computer is probably not going to make him any more inclined to be my friend. No, this guy's... I mean, you could make the argument that he's setting up to next turn if I don't dodge away or something goes wrong, he can punch that free and run through. But this guy should be standing there, because he's a guard piece, and he's better when he's touching multiple opponents and helping out his friends. Because he provides assists, even if someone else is touching him, like if an enemy is touching him, he will still provide assists. So he's best in the middle of a crowd, where he can help all his other buddies punch. interesting because I have seen this before in a game when someone was upset, and so I'm not sure if it's somebody doing this. Maybe there's some trick you can do to make your game lag and just, you know, take forever. But he doesn't seem like, as far as I could tell, like waiting the entire clock time out and then hitting end turn. So I don't think he's trying to badmouth me. I think it's just maybe his internet or computer or something on the servers is going a bit wonky. Ooh, you want to do that with one of them? Yeah, that works. Okay, we probably will bring up the ball and make a cage here. We'll see. Or we may just punch through here and make it set some more guys through here. We'll see. There's an opportunity for a switch maybe, because he is so heavy on this side. I could just bring the ball over here. We'll see. But he's been smart to keep the Chaos Warriors in the center, because they're slightly slower. I could punch him over there, and then punch him over here and set up a serve. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we'll try that. It's a bit risky, but we'll try it. So we're going to try and take this guy down. Before we do that, we need to make sure this ball's secure. So, we're going to dodge people out, I think. Maybe set up a side cage. It's a little risky. What we want to do is go and get up to there, put one there, dodge him there, and then run out the sides. I think that's safe-ish. I could have done this dodge first, but he's going to be able to get to me anyway, so why not get the ball up for sure in case this fails. I can still hand off and, you know, toss the ball up here. Okay. I mean, maybe it's my system, who knows. I mean, maybe my internet, not my system for sure. So that's all fine. I can bring a guy around here. I've got 4 rerolls. This is going to be a cage here. So if somehow they get to him, which is unlikely, or even if they're standing on him, I can hand it off to someone and they can run away. At this point, I don't really need to cover this. I just need to, because this guy could dodge out, but I just need to come over here, I think, because then that tackle zones are everywhere. That's good enough, and it keeps this corridor slightly more open. Now I can do this. Perfect. Alright, we're going to try and foul this guy. We're going to follow up. And he's probably not going to be happy about that particular fact. I want this guy over here, just so we got a switch option. More defense would be nice, but I'm going to rely on the fact that we can dodge away relatively easily. Now, this is a little bit risky, but we'll do it at the end. Perfect. We're going to foul this guy. And he's probably really annoyed at them dodging all the time. Alright, so he's stunned. So we need, because we had 2 assists, he went from armor 9 plus to a 7 plus, so armor 8 to 6. That's a good turn. His deadly piece is stunned, this guy is stunned, the ball's moved up, opportunities to score or get close to scoring are good. There's no easy way to get me. All he can do is maybe push this guy over here and block me off and try and press on me. I can always pull back here, do a long throw. I mean, certainly right. Like, if you roll 6 dice, you should be getting one result, and that should be forcing me every turn. If I do 6 dodges, one of them should fail, and I should have to use a reroll. So he's not wrong, but, you know, it's Blood Bowl. If you've got to accept that the dice may go against you, and it's not like I've diced him where everything's gone right. I used all my rerolls in the first half. My wizard didn't work, but you know, you got to keep trying. Even those things didn't work, and I'm like, all right, we'll try something else. Oh, I don't want to get too engaged with this guy because you know the dodge he did over here, where it's a 3+ dodge, that didn't need to happen. I could point that out to him. Logically, he doesn't really have too much ground to stand on, but you know, getting in a tit for tat complaining match with the enemy is or the opponent is not particularly constructive. This guy's still a good option to get the ball to. I may just walk up here and hand it off to him. Have him blitz through. Have these guys move over here. We can do a side cage up here quite easily. Alright, he wants to stay here. He doesn't want to follow up if he's smart. Stay, stay, stay. No, what is he doing? I don't care if that guy's dead. Oh man, that's again another mistake that you have to think about. Well, am I complaining about my dice, but have I done everything I possibly can to make it harder for my opponent? Because before this, I had to make a block on him or do a bunch of dodges. Now I can just pass the ball and run it up. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't think there's anything else that's not... I could do this first, but I'd rather have this guy here in case this fails. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I could even do it myself, actually. I don't necessarily need to do that. I could come over in here and... Let's try that. Well, instead of handing off and doing that, we'll have this guy run it. And we'll do it again. We've got the reroll. Yep, perfect. He can come stand over here. We're going to set up a side cage. This guy's free, but he has to do dodges anyway. Is it better to do that so that I can punch these guys? I think it is. So we will actually run this guy through here. That's fine. Alright, we should have moved this guy before, actually. He should be coming over here. We'll move her probably next because she's got a reroll. And this guy as well. So he can come over here. We're just avoiding damage at this point. Moved away from the area of strength. She doesn't need to be anywhere near this. She can run away. Now, this guy can come over... Potentially punch here. What else do we want to do? No, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Is there a better way of doing it? If I come in here, I can push this guy to here. Doesn't help me. Here. Push, push, push. Don't think it really helps me. If I could come from here... Ooh, how many turns have I got left? 5 turns? Yeah, may as well. The chances that I'm going to need one every single turn is fairly low. I'd love to come from here. That's not good enough, but it'll do. Put this guy here, and I can punch this guy. It's 2 die against a block piece. Might go bad, but it's still good enough. And so we will push him here, and we're going to stay, I think. Just to prevent this guy standing up, pushing off, and then that guy preventing us just there, and it cascading through. So there's still a threat of this guy punching him down, or blitzing him and then standing here, but I've got a good chance to block my way through. So, yeah, it's pretty GG at this point. Best he can do is try to limit. Yep, that's reasonable. Do you have to do it with that guy though? Is there another block piece? No, there's no other block pieces available. So he probably doesn't have to do it with that guy. And the problem is once you're standing there, I can just do a 2+ away and score. Whereas if you can get this guy to punch down here using blitz, which will give him strength 4, even though he's not, he's not running anywhere first, then you can come stand over here. And I'm going to have to try and, if you can somehow, it's going to be a little bit hard. Even if I stand there, I can just dodge through here. So you may even have to come stand here and give me a free block on you. And that's upsetting, I'm sure. because you really want to have the re-roll for this next bit. Push is good enough. Then you can come stand next to my ball carrier. Yeah, so he's stopped himself from doing something silly, which is good. I guess that's fine, because it was a 2+ to take me down, or a 2+ there. Fair enough, fair enough. I can stand this guy here, and I can block this way with a 2 die. Doesn't have guard, and I can walk this one in. Yeah, he's a bit salty. And hey, I get salty when the dice screw me and I get diced, but I mean, it's one of those things that's part of the game, that sometimes it happens. We're not going to take any risks, we're going to walk. I'm not going to point out that he made mistakes. He moved that guy when he shouldn't have followed up, or that he made a dodge that he shouldn't have made. Yeah, it's hard enough. As much as it would be good for him to hear that and to realize that he's made mistakes and he should be trying to fix those, at the same time, he's not in a state where he's going to listen to me and be cogently thinking, "Oh yeah, good point." It's just going to rile him up. So there's not much point. I want to have him, at least minimize the negative experience he's having. Yeah. I'm just trying to diffuse the guy. I don't want people to have a bad time playing the game I love. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm out 2 guys, so it's an easy run through here. I'm gonna put 2 block pieces at the edge. I might actually put this dodge piece out here, just so he's more resilient. In case they do try to punch through there, then he can probably either, if he gets pushed, he can dodge away easily, or if he gets defender stumbles, then he's going to still be standing. Wow, a couple thousand games now. That's a lot of games. I think it's more than I've played. I'd recommend to him to maybe reflect on that. Because if I had played a couple thousand games, I'd be fucking Zen master. I mean, I'm fairly zen about this whole thing, but if I played that many games and seen that many crazy stuff go off, I'd be like, "Them's the breaks," One with the ball, one with Nuffle. Nuffle, by the way, is the reference I was making, is the god of Blood Bowl in the in-game setting. It's based off, obviously, because it's a kind of making fun of or their take on American football, the NFL, the National Football League. If you say it as a word, it's Nuffle. And so it becomes the god of the game, who is capricious, and basically you curse or plead to Nuffle to get better blocking dice and general dice rolling. Yeah, I don't know how much you want to go into psychology again, but the fact that this guy is playing Mode of Chaos means, despite his 1,000 games, I don't think he's grown as a player as much as he should have. How much he should have, considering if he's played that much, then he probably would have, maybe he just enjoys playing Chaos, and they're a challenge because they're hard to level up initially. But I feel like maybe he's perhaps not learned not to become the master. He's still journeyman. Set up another legal defense. That's fine. We're just going to avoid the nasty punches in the middle. If he wants to run through the middle, I'm okay with that. I just want to avoid the damage that he's going to do to me otherwise. And I'll just drag these guys in. Do I even have to do that? I don't think I have to do that. I think that's good enough. So from perspective, he can't easily get through here if he punches all these guys down. He can't get through here easily. He still has to blitz one of these second liners or walk around. But yeah. Ooh, actually, no, he can get to my Witch Elf now. That's the sacrifice. But I'm willing to accept that over the runner because she's got dodge and he doesn't. If I could somehow get this ball and get the Witch Elf another touchdown, I'd be super ecstatic. So he's down to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players now. And I'm down to what, 8? 9. Yeah, so he's got 1 player advantage. Not end of the world, especially against elves. I mean, there was time when we greedy did a 1 die, got a push. I think we got a, was it a push or maybe 2 pairs of pushes? And then we re-rolled it and we still got another pair of pushes where, you know, ideally you would have had at least some kind of downing result. So, you know, it's not skulls, it's not bad luck, it just wasn't good luck earlier. At the risk of sounding like we're trying to justify our win when clearly we've played pretty damn well. If I don't say so myself. If I'm him, I'm just running a couple beastmen through, securing the ball, getting a cage. Like, the fact that he hasn't gotten good cages up makes it really easy for me to get to him. I mean, he did do some fumbles, and he exposed himself here, and yeah. Push, push, push. He's probably really upset about that. I would be too. You know, you've got all this block, and it's not it's not doing anything. Points were spent on this. Oh man, these pushes. You kind of just deserve at least, you know, a defender stumbles out of those 6 dice. You know, you should have got 1 of everything, really. And that would have been, you know, at least 1 or 2 guys down. Now obviously I'm not too sorry about that because my guys don't get murdered. But we will see. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? If he had a game plan to come around and murder her, that's gone. So maybe this guy gets murdered. Like, I'm not sure if he leaves this gap here, that's super dangerous. If he runs this guy's over here and it fails, boop, 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 boop. Run this guy there, run that guy there. These guys, maybe they should be over here. Maybe somebody should be standing here first before we start doing all these blocks. Just saying. I think that might be preventing some of the risk that you're so upset that's not kind of going away. So yeah, I mean, is there anything that I haven't explained in terms of mechanics? I mean, we did a dump off, as you saw. It's the first time we've done it with the team. My guy got punched. It gave me an option then, do I want to dump off? I don't have to do it. And it could be like, I've got block and dodge maybe later on in the game. This guy's got nothing. Doesn't even have tackle. I'm just going to... He doesn't have strip ball or anything like that. I'm just going to take the hit because I want to hold in possession on this particular guy. But if I'm like, ooh, if he rolls a POW, maybe he's got 3 dice against me, chance of getting POW is really high, I'm just going to get rid of the ball. And you want to pass it to someone preferably free because it means they're not about to get punched right after you throw it to someone who's about to get punched. You kind of, you know, no better off really. And you have to do it before the dice come in, so you don't know if you're going to go down or not. But if you can pass it to someone who's safe, then great. Or someone who's already been punched and it failed, then, or someone's just moved up to them, great. Throw it to them. Next best thing. If not, throw it to someone free. And hopefully you can dodge, run up, and then that guy can come over and just hand it back up to you and you can maybe make a cage or something. He's taking his time, not sure what he's trying to figure out. Again, this waiting for opponent thing, I'm not sure what's up, because every time it happens, it stalls the clock. So I'm not sure if it's some trick to do to give yourself more time to think, or it's just his internet's no good. He wants to come over and stand here. I mean, yeah, I mean, he has to stand here, he has to stand here, and he has to hope this doesn't go bad. Because if this goes bad, because he hasn't got enough pieces standing in proper places, I could probably punch my way in and at least stand next to him or maybe pick up the ball. That's not too bad. The fact that I get free punching him is a bit of a problem because, again, it's a guard piece, it's not the end of the world. So it's going to be difficult, but it gives me a chance to knock him out, open up a corridor, and run people through. At the moment, we're still thinking this. Here's a choice: do I stand on the ball or do I stand here? And I might be inclined to stand. Ooh, okay. Oh no. Oh god, I think he's conceding. Oh. Yep. I think the last set of pushes going wrong and seeing how open he left himself, he decided that's that. Okay, so there's an interesting thing about a concede. I get double the winnings. So I would have got 5 plus 10 for 60, but I also get his winnings. So I get twice the amount of money. My treasury just jumped an insane amount. I get my fan factor as normal. He gets no money, and he gets no MVP. I get both his MVPs, and I get his money for him conceding. I'm actually kind of tempted to get this guy because he's got 2 SPP. It does shoot up my team value a lot. That'll be a 12th player. No, that'll be... Yeah, that'll be a 12th player, and if I want to witch elf, they give me 13. Which is not bad. But it does put my team value up a lot. I kind of want to develop some of my other players first, and then maybe get a lineman as a spare. No, I think I'll get him, actually, because 70, that means 140, that's enough to get a witch elf. We'll buy him. We'll take him. Great, we got some MVPs. One on this lineman, who's got 4 MVPs, this guy. He's never done anything spectacular in the game as far as I'm aware of. I mean, to go back and check the replays. He's never passed the ball. He's never gotten a touchdown. He's never punched anyone as far as I'm aware of. He's just, like, taken the MVPs. And I think he's the highest ranked player in our team just because the crowd loves him for some reason. And this is great because it starts progressing him quickly towards his next level up. Would have liked this to be on, preferably, on 2 characters that were lower. So, like, if I get that in the Witch Elf, that would go over the line. Another one like lineman or blitzes would have got him on over the line. 2 expulsions. Conceded. Stats. Great ball possession. Great occupation. I'm, like, totally in control. Because I've avoided him, he hasn't been able to get many blocks on me. He's done twice as much damage. He probably should have done more. And then I've got some great running. A little bit of passing as needed when I got the dump-off pass. Yep. He got, the 2 guys that got the injuries. I guess MVPs, touchdown and a pass for my runner. Yeah, he's got a lot of ones. Maybe the guy has a point. Maybe he has a point. It depends if those ones are just for armor. That's less of an issue. It's if you're trying to do dodges and stuff. Yeah. That's kind of unfortunate. It's a low sample size, but yeah. The guy probably has a point. Like, failure. I guess the lightning bolt is considered against him, and so that's actually my failure. Like, my unluckiness there is being counted for him. So it's a bit weird. I'd have to put it into that program website BP showed me. But yeah, he just wasn't so good. Pickups were good. Reasonably well done. What about me? Yeah, way better dice. Way better dice. Maybe he just got diced. It happens. And that's why I said, you know, you're playing against someone who's much higher than you, don't necessarily concede, because they might get diced. And look at this. This guy got, you know, arguably diced. Not so much on... I mean, slightly on the block dice. There's slightly more defender stumbles, which is worse for him than both downs. But my block dice were even, like, almost perfectly in line with statistics. But when it came to just standard rolls, it was a huge disparity. Okay, let's close. Take a look at the team. So we're already building up team value pretty quickly. Another dude out for a game, so we're actually going to be 100k down, I presume. I don't know if that takes into account the current level. I have to count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 9, no, 4, 8, sorry. 530, 630 rather. 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 980, 180, 100. Yeah, so I haven't probably calculated that perfectly, but yeah, I think that takes. Doesn't take that guy into account? I wasn't even counting that properly. Regardless, we're going to be down a blitzer, so our team value is not as inflated as it could be. Alright, we're just going to get this guy dodge. He's basically a blitzer at this point. So he's going to be super useful for us. There is up to, I think, 6 maybe 7 levels you can get. And then we're just going to get on the Witch Elf. Because the sooner we get her, the sooner she's got a chance to get a random MVP and quickly level up. I don't know how to maneuver. Can you maneuver these guys in the ranking? No. Ooh, let's have a look. What was her stats? Crowd surfs. Hell yeah, that first match. Well, the last match we just did. So, we're at 1300 Team V. We've still got a guy out, but we have now a history of 5 wins, 1 against a Chaos Fun Time with their something like 400 odd more TV than us. Let's have a look if we can see this replay. I'll show you guys what a replay is. Been really lucky to get a whole bunch of different races. We haven't had 2 humans in a row or 2 Chaos Dwarves in a row or anything like that. Every single match so far has been someone different, and always different from the last. Okay, it doesn't tell us the inducement stuff. Yep. Moving on. Okay, so this is the replay. So this is really useful if you're wanting to check out what you did wrong. Oh, I can press Control and this is a little overlay you can use if you use Control. This mode with the symbols to show what skills they have is useful if you're having trouble remembering who's who. Some people like the grid, some people don't. And you can choose all skills or only skills that they've earned. So it takes away because you're like, oh, I know what beastmen have. All beastmen have the horns. So I don't really need to be reminded that. But I do want to know who's got block and who's not, and who's got the dodge and things like that. You can switch views, so you can see from either side's perspective. And I can just, accelerate through these turns. And then I can get to, okay, I want to check what I did, here. All right, let's watch this thing. Stands dude up. Bring people over to stand on me. Stands here. This is now when he comes to punch me, I throw it back. That's the dump off. Takes me down. And then I can be like, okay, was there anything better I could do? I'm like, oh, well, I could have thrown to him, but he's a loner. So no, we did the right thing, and so he could come back and look. Okay, later on, back, what is it here? What was he doing here? I'm a dark elf. I can dodge. I'm fast. I can get there. He's left someone's. If someone's standing next to an enemy player, they can potentially be downed, and that's a potential opening. So he needs to think. Well, why am I standing here? I can bring some assists over. I've got free players. I can knock this guy down, and then I can have a go at the ball. Shouldn't he be maybe here? Okay, maybe it's a couple back, but if this guy punches him down, how am I going to get to this guy? I'm going to have to run a long way. Even if I could somehow blitz this guy down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to have to use all movement just to stand next to him. Then he can beat me off. He can punch me off, and there's no direct risk to him. Or he can do a dodge. I can do a dodge and try and punch him, but it's only a 1 die. Whereas this one, I got a 2 die into a 1 die, but I have my reroll and I can push him out very easily, very safely. The ball, I think was actually really good for me, if I recall. Yeah, it was super easy. That was super lucky. Went back to him, so that's great. And then I was like, okay, if I go here with my going for it, so I'm going to get punched. I'm going to go here and be a little bit safer. This guy's going to be exposed, but he's got dump off, so that's okay. And so he didn't have to expose himself like that. He could put here, bring a guy here, bring a guy here. So let's actually go back. So, then go forward. Can we see his perspective? No, I'm going to get back one more. Okay, so this is his start. He wants to move the ball up. That's fine. Totally fine. So he starts off and he's trying to clear this. He gets unlucky. He uses a reroll. That's fine. You can make an argument. It's not too good of a point, but you know, there's a potential for me to break through here and get into there. So sure. Okay, so he's got this. He puts the ball over here. He doesn't have to do that. He can put the ball here, bring a dude to stand over here, you know, bring a dude to stand over here, that kind of thing. Even if it's to bring it in one, or set it back here or something, that's fine. You've got tons of time. You don't have to be here on the second turn. Like, there's lots of times you see me play and I've got the ball back here for 4 turns, and then I move it up. Because I'm looking for opportunities to get my guys in better positions or to punch down particular players. So anyway, that's the replay system. We'll quit the replay, and yeah, so we've gotten 5 for 5. With this as being the biggest difference, and we've managed to, despite that, force a concede. So we're looking pretty good, and hopefully that's been enjoyable, interesting. You have seen someone get a bit salty, and how you can get a beat up chaos if you get lucky, and try some different things with dump off and crowd surfing. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.